Hey my friends, how's it going? It's Ultimus. I'd be lying if I was going to come into this video and pretend to be super peppy and cheery. Basically a little bit of background and short or long story made short. I got screwed over tonight by my Corsair utility dashboard update. All my keybinds that were in there were wiped and deleted, so I have to figure out how to reinstall and get all those set up, and the new interface is terrible. And I had two of the best Overwatch games I've probably ever played. This match, of course, as we're going to be showing you, and the one following it, and none of the audio was working at all on my recording. It picked up no in-game audio, no microphone volume, nothing. So I don't know what to do. So we're back to our original, or I guess one of our older style of videos, which is going to be, of course, laying down some commentary over top of the gameplay, and hope that will do for you guys. Definitely not my favorite way of doing stuff anymore. I like kind of just giving the raw, genuine first responses and reactions to stuff going on in the game. I think it's a little more exciting personally. But I will talk to you a little bit about what's going on in this match and kind of my focus on it. I've been really kind of spreading myself thin and trying to play a lot of different heroes right now. With Ana coming out, of course, I'm having a lot of fun with her. And just trying to find heroes that I'm good with to match along with the heroes that I want to get good with. And of course, one of the heroes that I want to get good with regardless, and I'm going to teach myself and learn and force myself to learn, is Genji. Genji is hands down the most fun that I have playing in Overwatch, more than anything else in the game. So my big focus in playing Genji recently has been learning to master his mobility. Of course, weapon accuracy is a big deal. Learning to time and outsmart with the shurikens. And the damage reflex, that's a huge deal. That's one of the biggest things that Genji has going for him, which makes him such a strong contender, especially because of how quickly he can turn ultimates around on players. But that being said, I want to be able to be versatile enough to be able to play a character that my team needs still. So as you can tell already, we're here on Hollywood, as I say 2 minutes into the video, and I'm getting currently wrecked on Genji. And I think that there comes a point where sometimes, like, I'll get to a point where as a player I want something so bad, I'll just be so focused on it and I can't see the bigger picture, and I end up getting myself in a lot of trouble. So as you can tell by the title already in this video, this is actually going to be a character swap. This is going to be a Genji and a Reaper character swap here, because I have rarely ever played as Reaper, which we'll get to a little bit later. But I felt like it would have been an appropriate character swap, and well, we'll see how well that goes later. But as you can see, just making terrible decisions as Genji. Wrong place, wrong time, constantly overthinking things, trying way too hard. It's just getting very, very frustrating. And looking back on this now, hindsight's 2020. I can laugh at myself a little bit for, again, how try-hard I was being. But again, my main focus is just trying to learn how to make best use of his mobility, which I'm very excited to share a second match with you guys a little bit later. Much better than this match, I will say right now. Of course, learning how to time ultimates. Wanted to make sure we're making the most effective use out of them, because it doesn't make any sense to just hold it, especially Genji's. But you don't want to just throw it out there either. Like, it's not just the kind of thing you just waste. Like in this particular time, I'm gonna run here right now, and then I'm gonna get pretty much nothing out of it. Like, if you watch, I just get decimated. I got no kills. I mean, I didn't die, but I might as well have at that point, just for, again, how useless it was. Learning maps, still doing a lot better at learning maps than I was before, so that's always comforting. Trying to get better about learning the maps, though, as far as where I can take to get behind people, and like make sure that I'm putting myself in the best position to play Genji effectively, and just, again, get wrecked right there by a friggin' just Zenyatta bolt. Zenyatta got buffed, as most of you are familiar with it. He's a little bit brutal now, I'm not gonna lie. So this is where we're making the swap here. Swapping over to Reaper. I've played Reaper maybe 2 or 3 times. Most of it's versus AI when I just wanted to goof around and chill. So I just know that Reaper is a fairly tanky hero. He does a lot of really good damage, especially to tanks. So we're wanting to... my biggest thing is I want to actually address the Winston issue. The Winston issue on the map here. I know Winston can turn games around if you let him just run around and do whatever he wants, and so I want to be able to be an answer for that. Somehow I survived this, so again, by the miraculous bit of heals, and then of course I was killed later on by something else entirely. Survived the ult, killed by a random arrow. Who'da thunk? But after this match, I will say this about Reaper. I understand now why he's such a popular choice. Aside from the try-hard teens that think he's cool because he's death or something like that. I don't know, whatever. But just what he brings to the table, like how slippery he is for being such a fairly tanky character. Like 250 health is a decent amount of health, especially with the health globes that he absorbs. And then, of course, just being able to deal so much damage to tanks. Again, being able to just lay into Winstons and tanks and stuff like that. Totally practical use of an ult right there to kill one Winston. You know, that's exactly how we're supposed to be doing it. But yeah, just between like his teleports, his Wraith Walk, basically, I don't actually even know what it's called. Like, I haven't looked at any of his abilities. I just know what they do. I don't know their names. But it's basically a Wraith Walk from World of Warcraft, or World of Warcraft Wraith Walk is Reaper's move either way. Obviously, very good. But being able to just like wreck into a melee like this, I think is absolutely wonderful. Something I'm not really used to be doing. Shutting down that Genji's ult, glorious. Again, headshots from Reaper are devastating. Again, just being able to do damage to the tank up there. We had the Zenyatta up top, which was obviously doing a good chunk of damage to me. But in this particular case, he backed off and backed out, so that wasn't really too much of an issue. But yeah, in all honesty, I am having a whole lot of fun with Reaper, with the one message that I played, with the just the amount of damage and the way I'm able to move around, and just, I feel like, I don't know what it is, like playing Reaper, I felt like nobody really expected me or saw me coming. Like, I don't know how I was able to sneak up around and get around people and just do so much and feel so effective for only ever playing him a couple times. Like, I just don't understand it, other than how the character's built. Being able to do so much damage so quickly with those freaking like shotgun pistol things that he has is just, it's glorious. I love it. Oh my gosh. So I don't know, it's a lot of fun. It's something very, very different, obviously a lot different playstyle than Genji, but I think it was just refreshing to have a change of pace. And referencing something that I was saying earlier, aside from that death there, 9-player streak though wasn't too bad with a character that I probably ever touched. As far as learning the characters that I seem to be decent with and learning the characters that I want to be good with, Reaper seems to be a character that I can actually be decent with. Now, it might be because Reaper's actually a fairly easy character to play. I don't know. I'm not saying that he's an easy character to play. That's kind of the impression I am getting. I could be completely wrong. But I feel like if I'm going to have this kind of success with Reaper and I'm going to do this well on a one-match fluke, it might be worth me investing some time into learning to play him just for how effective he is. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is Reaper a character that's worth playing? It would be nice to have a character that's really good at shutting down tanks. Like, I can't argue with that. Being able to be that useful to the team. Like, obviously Genji is great for taking care of squishies and picking off kills. I can't not, I can't ignore that. And the Genji is obviously the most fun, like I said, I've played. But being able to bring the tank busting ability that Reaper can to the match, and if I'm going to be decent with it, why not? So if this is really like something that I can really say affirmatively, I could honestly say I see myself playing a lot of Genji, Ana, and Reaper for now. Obviously, a lot of this could change with buffs and debuffs and stuff like that coming to players, or I should say buffs and nerfs. But at least right now, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, I could see Reaper being a third character that I spend a lot of time playing. Like, I keep picking off kills like that. Like, turned around, there's the, Zenyatta, and then, of course, there was the Winston wrecked by the Hanzo there at the end. I don't know. Yeah, so I would really be curious to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on Reaper? Good character, bad character, tricky to play, easy to pick up, hard to master. What's your impression on it? I would be really, really curious to hear what you all have to say on that one. Again, not too much really to say on the video aside from just sharing my thoughts, and again, mostly just trying to use this video as a means to clear my head and deal with the fact that I lost 2 of the best matches audio I've ever played in my life, and I would have loved to have you guys hearing just the reactions to some of the stuff going on in this video. Like, I was so excited to be able to pick up a character that I've rarely ever played and actually feel like I was contributing to the team. Like, here at this point, at this choke point, when we're trying to keep them off the point and win the match, I felt like in some strange way I was actually contributing. In just the weirdest way. Like, I felt like I was actually contributing to keeping them off the point. which is something I feel like I'm not used to feeling or doing. Like, I feel like I do my part, and I don't like sit around and expect to be carried necessarily, but yeah, I don't know. I felt like I was legitimately contributing to the team. I don't know why that word was so hard to say. Yeah, and even especially here, like, obviously beforehand we were doing all right, but this point in particular, just getting the kills we were doing, putting the pressure out there that we were doing, just ending kill streaks, shutting down ultimates, all that stuff. And again, it could have very much just been the people we were playing with, and I know that's a huge part of it, because you guys saw already, and just the amount of heals we were getting and support. Like, I survived 2 ultimates, for crying out loud. I feel like that rarely ever happens, at least to me. So, I don't know. Yeah, very curious to hear what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry it was kind of all over the place. Like I said, using it as a little bit of an outlet to just wind down after being so very, very frustrated after losing the audio on this match and another very, very good match, which I will be bringing to you guys probably, like I said, for tomorrow or the day after's video. I might make tomorrow's video some Demon Hunter stuff for WoW, since that actually comes out today, but we'll see. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I also apologize for the beeping in the background. My Discord is going off, and I can't figure out how to sign out or mute it, because I also just don't have time, and I want to get this video done. So yeah, very, very distracted, very, very disheveled on this video, but again, it is what it is. I don't know. We'll make it happen, and we'll keep plugging along. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy, at least even in part. Like I said, would love to hear back from you guys, and that's going to do it for me on this one. I'll catch you next time.